Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at. Just want to wish you guys a happy Earth Day 2023. I know that I'm a day late. We actually had a very busy day yesterday. We were out, we were vending, had our goods out. We had, the Gardenia glass, the drop of water. I had all of my goods out. We actually had several of the Earth drops that were out yesterday as well, and we had a lot of different stuff available, including my wife. She actually joined me yesterday for the Earth Day event in Albuquerque, New Mexico. There's a shop called La Montanita Co-op, and every year up until the pandemic and all the shutdowns and everything, they hosted a yearly Earth Day festival, and it was huge. And they had music throughout the day, lots of different vendors, lots of samples of goods and services and all kinds of things, entertainment all day, a lot of solar demonstrations, how to bake with solar ovens, how to filter rainwater. Like, they had so many different demonstration booths and things set up in previous years, and then shut everything down. Lockdowns happened, and then we ended up having our first Earth Day event yesterday, and it was a very small Earth Day event. It was about, maybe, I would say, a third or a fifth the size of what it usually is. They had one DJ performing for the entire day, so they didn't have a lot of performers and musicians and all that stuff going on. And they didn't have all the demonstrations. They didn't have, like, how to use solar, how to cook with solar, how to harvest rainwater, how to there was no, no stations for, like, planting, making seed bombs, how to make self-watering containers, how to make your own compost. There was nothing like that. It was a very interesting, sad, small event. But my wife and I, we actually set up down the street from them, so we were just getting the trickle of the people walking by, and we had a good day. It was actually really fun being out, and it was really nice, and being able to see people out for Earth Day. And so I actually realized that yesterday is my 5-year anniversary with Norwex, guys. So what is Norwex? Well, Norwex, this is Norwex right here. So Norwex, they are a eco-friendly, sustainable company that uses earth-friendly products. What they do is they take plastic bottles, things like these here that are floating in the ocean, and they get a company that's called Sea-Bin, right? And Sea-Bin, they make these bins. There's like these little rings that basically the trash will get pulled in and get sucked in, and these collect trash. And then Sea-Bin, they partner up with another company called Ocean Bound, and Ocean Bound takes all of the plastics from the ocean, and then they convert it into newer products. So instead of just throwing it in the trash in the landfills, they actually upcycle it and convert it into something new. So that's really awesome. And so these products here, this is one of the very first products that they ever came out with, was the Enviro cloth. And the Enviro cloth, for the environment. So E for everything. The Enviro cloth was the first one to set up Norwex and put them out there. It's made in Norway, so it's a Norwegian company, so you get a Norwegian experience. And so what I've heard is that, if you go to Norway and you get the Norwegian experience, you get bathed and they scrub you down, and they exfoliate your skin. That's what these do as well. These are really awesome. And so 5 years ago, I got invited into an Earth Day event up in Santa Fe, New Mexico at the El Dorado Hotel. I was invited to do a talk on water is life, every drop counts. So you know, I'm known for making the drop of water and making all the water drops. This one here is a honey drop, and you saw the earth drop earlier. And I make these clear. It's funny, I don't have any on hand, but I make clear water drops and I gift them to water protectors from all over the world. And I thank them for basically dedicating their lives to protecting the water, to educating others on the importance of water and why water is important, and why clean drinking water is important for future generations to come, and why we need to do what we can in order to protect our water and to conserve it, and to also make sure that we create things such as reservoirs and stuff like that, so we can actually harness the water, harness the power of the water, the energy, things like that. And so it's really beautiful that this company upcycles plastic bottles, takes the trash. Seabin, thank you so much for doing what you guys do. Ocean Bound, thank you guys so much for doing what you guys do. And Norwex, thank you for then taking the products that they can convert from these bottles, and then you guys convert them into a polyfiber material. That's a microfiber material that then you embed silver into it, and then the silver is embedded into all the threads here, and that's why they can claim to remove 99.9% bacteria if it has and comes with the backlock technology right there. So if it has the backlock on there, that is the patented technology of Norwex. And this is made out of 1/200th the size of human hair. So those strands that they make from the bottles, if you can think of, so like we got this crazy hair going on. My hair is trying to dreadlock again, and I don't know if I'm going to allow it or not. But so if you get, you know, one strand of hair, right? Most microfiber cloths from any other company, I have another product actually, but most other microfiber cloths, they're made out of 1/6 the size of a human hair. So if you get a piece of hair and you divide that 6 times, that's how tiny that piece of thread is, right? Now, Norwex, they boast that their threading, the microfiber, is 1/200th. So if you take your hair and then you split it 200 times, that's how tiny the microfiber, it's a nanofiber basically. And then they embed the silver into that nanofiber, and then they convert it into these beautiful, wonderful, soft cloths right here. So this is an Enviro cloth. This is meant to clean pretty much all surfaces. This is my go-to. This is what I use. That's why it looks used. It's dirty. I've been using this one for a while. They come with a 2-year warranty. I've been using this one for probably like 3 or 4 years now. And this picks up all of the bacteria from the surfaces with just water alone. So that's the beauty of Norwex, is you eliminate all the toxic chemicals and cleaners and all that stuff, and all you need is water. So I'd like to show you, they have the Enviro cloth, right? But one thing, when I first got into Norwex at the EarthDay event there in Santa Fe, New Mexico, 5 years ago, we were set up. We had booths, you know, we were set up across from another booth, just a, you know, catty corner from us. And, you know, I gave a talk on water is life, every drop counts, why it's important, how we're all connected as waters, how our cells, on a cellular level, we are all 90% water. And on our bodily level, depending on how much water we consume per day, we actually can be between 60 to 80% water. You know, 70% is usually the number, and they say the earth also has 70% of the earth is ocean and is water, and our bodies are also 70% ocean or water, and our cells on a cellular level, on a very microscopic level, our cells are 90% water. And so everything else is matter, So we are basically only 10% matter and everything else is water. So we are those drops of water that I'm talking about. That water is life and every drop counts. That we are those drops of water in the vast ocean of life. We are the drops of water. Every drop counts. So I gave this talk in Santa Fe. You know, it was a lot longer. We talked about going and traveling and gifting out. As of yesterday, 3,790. So we're getting to that 3,800 mark. We only got 10 more to go to gift these out to honor water protectors, to thank them personally for dedicating their lives to protecting water. And so part of this mission, you know, while we were going through gifting water drops, I was invited to do a talk on the whole water is life in Santa Fe. We had booths that we were vending and selling at. And then, after I gave my talk, then throughout the day, we were just sitting at the booth. And I noticed that the lady that was just, across from us at her booth was busy. Just constantly, they had people over there, and I didn't have time to go over there because we were manning our booths and we were talking to everyone there. And so, finally at the end of the day, when everyone's packing up, I finally walked over there and I said, "Hey, what do you got going on? Your booth was completely just booming all day. You just had the crowd just there, like constantly, like, what do you got? What do you?" And she said, "Oh, I'm selling Norwex. Have you heard of Norwex?" I'm like, "No, I don't know anything about Norwex." And then she tells us, well, Norwex is a product that uses only water and helps to eliminate 99.9% bacteria. And as soon as she said that, I was like, wait, whoa. I'm here to talk about water. I'm a water protector. We've been gifting out water drops to water protectors from all over the world to thank them for protecting the water, honoring the water. This product sounds like something that just goes hand in hand with what we're doing with the drop of water. So she gave us a demonstration on a raw chicken. It's called a raw chicken demo. And she had a piece of raw chicken. She got a mirror or some kind of surface, and she just like wiped that chicken on it, right? And then she got a cloth. And I don't know if it was probably the Enviro cloth, right? And it was just a wet cloth, just water. She had just a spray bottle, I think, and probably sprayed it in her mouth or whatever, had to smell it, make sure, it wasn't bleach, wasn't any kind of soap or anything in there. And then she just used the Enviro cloth and just wiped it once, flipped over the cloth, wiped it again. And then she got these like little cotton swabs, right? And the cotton swabs were in some kind of liquid, right? And it was all capped and sealed. She opened it up. She took the cotton swab out. She says that if there's any bacteria on the surface or E. coli or anything there, and E. coli basically would happen over time. So bacteria would be on the surface first. E. coli would then develop later on. So you couldn't check for E. coli there. But she says that, if there's any bacteria or E. coli on there, that it would turn like purple. But if it's clean, then it'll go green. And she showed it, put it in the liquid, back in the bottle. Ta-da, it was green. Like, okay, well, I don't know what magic trick this is or what's even in that liquid or whatever, but let's test it out. What do you got? What do you have for sale? She says, I don't really have anything for sale. I just have my catalog here. You can go online. You can check out our website online. Oh, excuse me. I didn't grab any water this morning. And so, isn't that funny? Water's life. I didn't grab any water yet. And so, she says, oh, well, I have this 3-pack here. It's just samples that she had on her table. It wasn't really anything that she was trying to sell or anything like that. And it was just, for demonstration purposes and for display. And she had a 3-pack of these here. I only got 2 of them here, and it's probably not the same colors that I got. And it was a 3-pack of the kitchen cloths here. These are the textured kitchen cloths. And these are basically supposed to eliminate paper towels, right? And she says that they have cloths for bathing and they have cloths for cleaning surfaces. And it doesn't really matter because they all do the same job. They just have different textures for doing different things. This one has a lot of like I don't know what you call, like pockets or whatever. So this will absorb a lot of moisture. So wiping up your counters instead of using paper towels, we've eliminated paper towels from our home for the last what, 5 years, 4 years? Well, yeah, probably for 4 years now. And so um, this was the first set that I bought, was a 3-pack for 20 21 bucks, something like that. She sold it to me from her display items, which, I guess she could just renew, get more from her catalog. But she was really hoping that I would go onto online. But I told her we're living off grid, and at the time I was off grid at Camp Two Dogs, and we had no running water, so we were actually using the rainwater, having it gravity fed into a sink that we had in a tiny house. So we did have a sink that you could turn on and running water would come out. And then the drain, basically the sink would just drain directly into a 5-gallon bucket under the sink. So every day, every few hours, someone would have to go under, pull that 5-gallon bucket out, because before it got overfilled, you didn't want it to be way to the top and then try to carry it because it would just spill everywhere. So when it got about halfway full or something, someone would pull it out and go dump it into the trees outside. And before we got into the Norwex, I was thinking we can't be putting Dawn, Palm Olive, Ajax, all this dish soap into our trees, especially if we're going to start growing fruit trees and we're going to start a garden up there and all these different things. I was just thinking, okay, we can't be eating these chemicals and these toxins. So Norwex, when she told me about this, I was like, bing, ta-da, this is amazing. Like, let's go and try this out. Let's start washing our dishes with this, so then we won't have to use that dish soap water for our plants. And so I was the only one who basically adopted this new program with Norwex and washing our dishes with just water and no soap. Everyone else continued to still use the Dawn, the Palm Olive, the Ajax, whatever dish soap came to camp. They didn't care. They didn't care if it was free and clear. They didn't care if it was the most toxic cleaning chemical that there was. I thought we were at a water protector camp and we're not trying to protect the water. It's just like, this don't make no sense. So I basically adopted this program into my own tiny house there. And I was like, all right, well, you guys are going to do your own thing over there in your place. I'm going to take my Norwex. I'm going to make sure that I wash my dishes, my own personal dishes, my own silverware, my own cups and everything in my tiny home. You guys do whatever you're going to do. Apparently, we're not going to have the best foods. and so I ended up using one cloth for bathing, because she says you could actually use Norwex for bathing, and they make body cloths, and they have these kitchen cloths. And I was like, well, I'll just get this 3-pack, and if I like it, I'll eventually find you or find more or whatever like that, right? So 5 years later, I'm going to show you the body cloth. So this really, I loved it. You can now purchase a house that comes with it, so you can like fold up all your towels. They even have these really fancy napkins, and that's actually what we use. I have one right here. When we're eating, we get these really nice, like, when you go to the fancy dinner places, they roll them up all fancy, 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 and then they do a little whoop-de-doo, whatever, and they put that on your table, and like, ta-da, like something like that. This is what we use every day in our home. We don't use paper towels anymore, guys. We've eliminated napkins. We've eliminated the waste of the trees, guys. So we are actually environmentalists in our homes. We're water protectors, but we also are earth protectors, and we're doing what we can by using these products. So you got the EnviroCloth for every single surface that there is, right? And then if you want to eliminate your paper towels, you got your kitchen cloths here, which is awesome. And also, most people use paper towels for wiping their face, wiping their hands, so you can get the napkins, real fancy napkins. And then, I decided that I wanted to make sure that I got the body cloth. So this here is a body cloth by Norwex, and I really wish that I knew about these. So you can see body and face right there. So this is, hey, what's going on, Ecuador? I see you're here. So I'm talking about my 5-year anniversary at Norwex. I'm an environmentalist. I'm a water protector. Water is life. Every drop counts. And if I can step in here, let me just show you. This is the hidden leaf motif because even ganja plants need water too, right? So water is life. Every drop counts. I just dropped our display there. So this was my first set, was a 3-pack there of the Norwex. Eventually, after I moved away from camp, they didn't want to adopt the whole new plan of keeping our gray water cleaner, getting rid of all the dish soap and putting it into our plants. I brought, I don't know how many tons of, two truck bed loads worth of organic soil that we were going to grow there. I don't even know what happened with all that soil. I was told that I left a big pile of trash there. I was like, that was for the garden. But either way, I ended up finding one of the best products there. I was the only water protector there who adopted the program in. After that, being a water protector, I ended up continuing on with this movement of gifting out water drops. Yesterday, like I said, 3,790 water drops now gifted out to water protectors to thank them for dedicating their lives to protecting water. And so the Norwex product here that I'm talking about, this is all about protecting our water, protecting our environment. And I want to show you real simply what it takes. And this is something that I've adopted on a daily, and you may find it weird. You may think it's gross, but when you understand how powerful and how real Norwex truly is, then you won't, then it's like, you don't even consider it to be weird or gross or anything. So because this has silver in it, it removes 99.9% bacteria with just water alone. So now I don't need to use any harsh chemicals, cleaners, any soaps. A lot of people, when they use soaps, it dries out their skin, right? Then they got to add lotions, right? And so they're adding more chemicals. So they scrape off all their natural oils, right, from their skin, strip their skin from their natural oils, and then they replace it with some artificial moisturizers, right? For me, I simply just use coconut oil. If I'm ever feeling a little dry or whatever, I'll just use coconut oil. And this here helps me to eliminate the soap. So now I'm no longer drying out my skin and making my skin all gross and cracky and ashy and all dry. So let me just show you. This is just a wet, and it's damp. Like, I don't know if I can wring out any water from it. Yeah, see, it's still holding quite a bit of water, but it's pretty much damp, and it's just water. And you simply just use it like this. Real simple. So for the last year or so, I've actually adopted this whole program of basically sponge bathing. So now, as a water protector, I am actually proving out that I can eliminate the 50 gallons of water that most people use for every shower, or however much you put in the bathtub, So now I'm using like maybe a cup. It's not even a gallon of water, right? Like I'm maybe using a cup of water to bathe entirely. So this here, I'm just wiping the surface of my skin, removing 99.9% bacteria from the surface of my skin, just like that, with just the water, because of the mechanical property of this microfiber, the 200th size of human hair. That whole thing that's going on with the Norwex is that's what's removing the bacteria. Good morning, Boogie. And that's what's removing it, and then the silver helps to nullify any of the bacteria and any of the stuff on the towel. So you can actually just, after bathing, you simply just bathe, And the only thing is I can't really like, I can't wash my hair. I mean, I guess I could sit here all day and do this, right? But, for the, every week, every few days or so, I'll have to get in the shower to make sure I wash my hair. But other than that, on a daily, for the last like year or so, I've simply just used this. Just real simple. So then you just go in, rinse it under the sink. You rub it against itself as you're rinsing it. So you're like washing it onto itself. And then you just simply just wring it out. Maybe rinse it again, wring it out, hang it up to dry. Boom. I don't know if you can see our door right there. But this door, here, let me see if I can do so this door right there, it's got all kinds of different stuff hanging of Norwex. One of the other go-tos that I use on a daily is the kitchen dish sponge. This thing is amazing. The Enviro sponge. So this is like an Enviro cloth. It's the same thing as this here, right? The everything cloth, you can wipe everything down. So this is basically the same cloth, but then they put a scrubber on the side here. And some of these have the texture on the side here like that. So they have different kinds of sponges, dish sponges, and all you need is water. You don't need dish soap. So that's what I really wish that I knew about these, or I had the full catalog back then. So, I was using just the kitchen cloth, using it as a dish sponge. And now, so, moving forward a few years later after leaving Camp Two Dogs, I ended up meeting a beautiful woman. We ended up basically deciding to be together forever and being married through Creator, through ourselves. We didn't go through the state or anything like that. So we're basically married now. And my wife, she became a Norwex consultant. And so now we have so much Norwex in the house. We got Norwex here, we got Norwex there, we got Norwex here, we got Norwex. There's like Norwex everywhere, right? So now we've got the kitchen sponges, and that's all I need. Just this, water, wash the dishes, and then you get this. This is the towel. This has the texture, kind of like that cloth here, but it's a little bit softer. You see how these are bigger, these are smaller, but it still has that texture. And the texture kitchen towel has the Enviro cloth on one side, the texture on the other. And I love these, especially the big ones. They do have even a smaller one. So if you needed a travel size, you wanted to just take this for camping, all you need is this. You clean all your dishes with that. You have an Enviro cloth for wiping down all other surfaces. You get yourself a body cloth to make sure that you're all cleaned up and fully bathed. And bam, that's pretty much all you need. There's probably like one or two others, but this is like my go-to. You need your stuff for cleaning your dishes. You need your stuff for cleaning your everything else. And you need your body cloth for cleaning yourself. That's pretty much all you need. They also have a window cloth, and the window cloth is good for cleaning your windows. They have so many things, and I wanted to show you real quick their catalog. So we also use this here, which is their Power Plus laundry, and this has one little tiny scoop. Let me show you how small this scoop is. So you have a little tiny scoop, right? And it says that you need just 1 to 1 1/4 or 2 scoops. That's it for full size. Usually you just need a third of a scoop. So you don't even need a full scoop. So you need a third of a scoop, 2/3, or 1 full scoop if you have the front loader. I don't know if you can see that. And then if you have a regular loader, then you need a little bit more. So the front loaders are a little bit more, I guess they're just better at cleaning. So we have the laundry. They also have a liquid, which you just need 1, 2, or 3 squirts. And that thing, one bottle of laundry soap this small, that lasts us 6 months. And that was when our baby, well, he's not a baby anymore, he's going to be 4. But when he was wearing diapers, cloth diapers, and we were having to wash diapers daily, that soap, little tiny bottle this small, you know, lasted us 6 months, guys. So we've eliminated all this plastic, like when you go get a laundry bottle, right? Like they're huge, right? They're like at least like a gallon, 2 gallon, 3 gallon size, right? They're these big old plastic bottles, right? And as soon as you're done with it, and it's got all this blue dye in it or all these weird colors, and as soon as you're done with it, then you just throw it, discard it into the trash, right? So how many of these bottles have you used in a year? Because they come what, like 26 loads, 30 loads, right? Whereas this little tiny bottle that we get, it's like a pint size. It's so small. It's I can't believe it. But you eliminate so much plastic, and that lasts for 6 months. I guarantee you guys probably go through at least 2 or 3, 4 of those big bottles within the same amount of time. So let me show you guys real quick on some of the products that Norwex has to offer here. So this is the Norwex page, and I want to invite you to check out www.serynaestrada.norwex.biz, and that's SERYNAESTRADA.norwex.biz. And you might be able to see that up in the top corner right there. And what they're all about is healthier homes. Healthier homes with fewer harmful chemicals, less plastic, and less worry. So like I said, they help to eliminate all the plastics from the oceans. But not only that, they're using smaller bottles with more concentrated power, like in the laundry detergent and things like that. So when you go to the page here, you'll probably see several different things. They have the shop now, the spray bottles. They have different products, the glass bottles. So instead of plastic, they have glass with a silicone bottom. You can use this for different cleaners. So the cleaners that they have are natural enzyme cleaners. They do not use any harmful chemicals and things like that. Let's just accept the cookies here so we can remove that. So pretty much this is the landing page here. You can join their community, different ways to get started. So you can either be a consumer, just a customer and shop, or you can actually sign up and be a consultant. Now, one thing is you don't have to sell to be a consultant. You just sign yourself up so you can get 35% off of these products right away. They have these new laundry strips, which these are supposed to be the new hip thing, really cool. I'm still into just that laundry soap. That's all you really need, just some liquid laundry soap. But they have that. I don't know if there's anything else. See, knock out up to 99% of bacteria with the EnviroCloth, the WinterCloth. Delivery of a 1-2 powerful punch. So they'll sell these in a pair here. This is a beautiful print they have. They have lots of different prints and things like that. Different colors. Colors are limited, and sometimes colors come out seasonal. So you may want to wait, from time to time for their next products and stuff like that. So, and I know that they had another thing here that I wanted to show you, and it said they had a banner here that said make everyday Earth Day. Hue New multitasking microfiber in spring ready shades. So they got new colors now for the spring, apparently. Oh, there's a spray sniff bottle. And then they had one that it said basically every day is Earth Day, or make every day Earth Day. And so I just thought that was really good, being that this is my 5-year anniversary of Earth Day. So you can go in here, you can check out what the new products that they have, new products, Earth Day products. You know, lots of different things. They got a mop organization system, grab and go zipper pouches. The microfibers, these are all the different cloths that they have, the top sellers and the specials. Microfiber for use in the kitchen, on your bed, the bath, floor, on the go. So many different things for, um, you know, they have sheets and pillowcases. They have stuff for pets. They have dusting mitts. They got so many different things. Here's all their laundry stuff. They got detergents, stain and odor removers. Everything is natural enzymes. In the kitchen, you got your cleaning towels and cloths. Um, you have food prep. They also have produce sprays and washes, and scrubbers for stainless steel and things like that. In the bathroom, you have we use a bathroom mitt, and that's for wiping all the surfaces. And you know, I gotta say that our toilet is probably the cleanest toilet in probably here in our apartment complex for sure. Maybe on the block. I could probably say that with guarantee. So in the bathroom, yeah, they got body towels. You got your for yourself, you know, the face and body stuff. So you got all your body cloths, and they do have a lot of products here for the females, for your skin, for makeup removers, for nourishing your hair. A lot of different accessories and things like that for the bath, foaming bubbles, and all that kind of cool stuff. They also got stuff for kids. You know, when our baby was born, he definitely had that whole set of the towel. Our children are now grown, and they still have the towels with the hooded. As you can see, that baby there's got the little hood on. It's a hooded towel, and they're really nice and soft towels. And then they also got this here. They got leather shine. You have these pets. They're like little animals, but these actually, when the children are playing with them, rubbing their hands on them, rubbing their faces on them, they're actually helping to eliminate the bacteria while they're playing with them, which is really cool. And then you have here, this is specials. And this is just like, you know, they got your package sets, featured products, stuff for Earth Day. They have their Mother's Day gift ideas. So you got Mother's Day coming up, guys. Newsworthy gifts, and also last chance. They also discontinue a lot of products so they can add newer products in. And let's just scroll down and see what else is on the bottom of this page. Healthier homes with fewer chemicals and less plastic. Naturally clean. Just add water to Norwex microfiber to remove up to 99% of bacteria throughout your home. They even have the floor systems for mopping, for sweeping and mopping, and for tiles. Purpose and passion. Change the world and your own for the better with Norwex. Let's make a lasting difference together. From Norway with love. So like I said, this is a Norwegian project. You get the Norwegian experience here. Our products and mission are inspired by Norway's beautiful, simpler, environmentally thoughtful way of living. And there you go, customer support and all the different information here about Norwex. And I would highly recommend just learning about the product, you know, going into our story right here, learning about their story, learning about their purpose, you know, learning about how the microfiber works, the science of it, the product testing, going into the microfiber testing, all the standards that they follow, the movement, you know, the environmental movement on basically making every home a safe haven and teaching everyone on these environmentally safe and sound products, the sustainability of the company and of the products themselves. Auto ship and save, where you can just make sure that every month or every few months you just get something shipped to you right away, and it's just on an auto ship. Norwex Cares, they talk about all of their compassion to the environment and what they do and how they take care of you, customer service and everything like that. They also have a blog here if you want to read about all the different things. You can contact them, talk about shipping, product guarantee. They do have a 2-year warranty on their products, guys. ingredient standard, so you can learn about what they use, product philosophy. Download the catalog, so if you want to check out the catalog, you can download it. Any kind of product recalls, if they ever had any recalls, you can check that out as well. Also, you can join them. You can become a consultant, and you can find a consultant, which right here, I've given you my consultant, my personal consultant. Go on ahead and shop at serenaestrada.norwex.biz. You can also host a Norwex party, and this is a great way on how you and your friends who you invite over to your Norwex party, how you can earn free products simply by inviting friends over, having a good time, learning about cleaning, maybe even having your host, your consultant come in and clean your home for you by simply doing demonstrations and having you and your friends, or maybe just have your friends do the demonstrations for you. And you can sit back and relax and sip on a nice brew or some tea or water, and enjoy some hors d'oeuvres or some snacks with your friends, and do a cleaning party. And have your friends come and the host come clean your home while they're simply demonstrating how amazing Norwex is, how easily it works, and just the beauty of the Norwex product. So with that being said, I pretty much, I'm finishing up with that. I just want to let you know that you can shop here at Serena Estrada. That is serenaestrada.norwex.biz. SERYAESTRADA.norwex.biz. And you don't have to purchase anything. I just recommend you checking out the site here and looking at all the different products that they have to offer. And also remember, let's make every day Earth Day, and let's help our mothers for Mother's Day learn about something that can maybe help them to remove the chemicals from their bodies, the chemical burden. They always say that mother knows best, right? But if mother doesn't know about Norwex, then mother doesn't know best yet. And you may be able to teach your mom something new, right? We can teach our elders some things from time to time. And this is one of those things that a lot of the elders, a lot of our parents, a lot of our grandparents, they have no idea about this. This is the future technology right here. And they've been around for, I believe, 28, almost 30 years now, guys. So they've been around for about as long as I've been blowing glass, since 1995. They've been around for almost or about that long, or a little longer. So with that being said, I just want to thank you for tuning in and joining me here and just listening to me talk about Norwex and these products that we have here. Watching me do the live, the live body facial and sponge bath, talking about the laundry, talking about all of how you can wash your dishes real nice and easy, eliminating all of the paper towels, especially when you're eating, and be real fancy in home using these nice fancy napkins. I mean, look, I'm getting dreadlocks going and I'm using fancy napkins. All right, you guys. Well, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm just stoked because it's my 5-year anniversary. I just realized that yesterday while we were out and we were celebrating, and we were out vending and selling the earth drops like this here. I don't know if you've seen that yet. I've been blowing glass for a long time, and we gift out the water drops because water is life and every drop counts. That's why I'm wearing the shirt right here. Water is life and every drop counts. And also, Norwex is an amazing product. There's Boogie right there. This guy, he doesn't even know what paper towels are. His whole entire life, he's about to turn 4, and all he knows is Norwex. All he knows is how to use fancy napkins. He doesn't know about paper towels. He has no idea what paper towels are. He has no idea what bleach smells like, what what that Mr. Clean stuff smells like. With we can actually clean the bathroom with him right inside the bathroom without having to turn the vent fan on, open windows, anything like that. We can have our children clean the bathrooms for us and not worry about, hey, make sure that you put some gloves on, or hey, make sure you open the window. You don't want to breathe that in too much. You're going to give yourself a headache, right? So we got to teach our mothers this. Mother's Day is coming up, and we got to teach our moms how they can save their children, their grandbabies, because even if they're not having kids anymore, they still got grandbabies coming by. We want to make sure that the little ones that are crawling on the floor aren't crawling on all that chemical Swiffer stuff, all that nasty stuff. That stuff is very toxic, and it can harm your pets, harm your babies that are on the floor crawling around. They're on the floor all scurrying around and they're licking themselves, cats licking themselves, babies putting their fingers in their mouth, sucking their thumbs, all that, right? You don't want your children just crawling around and playing in this chemical residue that's on your floors. You don't want them eating off of dishes that is full of chemical residues. You want to eliminate all of it. You want to remove the bacteria from the surface mechanically and have the silver nullify it, so it just eliminates it all. And you don't have any worries or concern, and you know that you're 100% clean. You don't even have to take a shower, guys. Just like I did. I'm now all fresh and clean. I got to do the rest of my body, though. I didn't want to just strip down naked right here, right? But this has been a long video. I was trying to keep it short and sweet, but that's about all I can do. Under 1 hour video. But I really, really encourage y'all. If you are an environmentalist, a lot of people, they claim to love Mother Earth. I do what I can. I recycle and I do this, I do that, right? Well, this is one more thing.
That I love together.
You do anything that I love together?
Yeah.
And so, if you are an environmentalist, or at least you claim to be, this is just one more tool for your survival bag right here. This is one more tool, or one more item for your camping gear, for your survival bug out bag, for just your daily routine, guys. This product is amazing. I highly recommend it. I'm not trying to sell you on it. I'm just trying to sell you on it, because water is life and every drop counts. And I really do care. I really do believe that if we personally stop the chemicals that we put into our sinks, at least we personally know that we're making a difference, right? And that's the best that we can do, right? Is do our best. If we know that there's a product out there that can eliminate the chemicals, and yet we still choose to go buy these chemicals, then the pollution is on us. And we can't point fingers on others if we're not trying to make a difference ourselves. So I personally know that I can say with full confidence there's no chemicals in this environment, that we have a very clean environment here as far as removing bacteria and things like that. Yeah, I know that our place is a mess, but we have a clean environment. Our surfaces are clean. There's no bacteria. We don't have to worry about all of that kind of stuff, you guys. So with that being said, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in and watching, listening to my story on my 5-year anniversary of Norwex. I want to wish you all a happy Earth Day. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Sorry I didn't come to you yesterday. I also want to encourage you to check out the Earth Drop, how to make the glass Earth Drops. I posted that up earlier today, and please check that out as well. I'm Dan the Glass Man. You're watching the Glass Man's World. Happy Earth Day, guys. Remember, water is life. Every drop counts. We'll see you guys soon. See you on the next one. Bye.